lame. I was stuck up on the D-yard. I thought I was hard, a young soldier rolling with the B-card. Now I'm in this dirty-ass reception center. And the word on the streets is you got to put it down when you first enter. So I got my shank dog close by my side, ready to ride, cause I ain't ready to die. Cause in the pen, dogs like us get caught up in the twist. I got the enemies, the essays, and the popos in my mix. Now I'm in this high-powered two-man cell, reminiscing on what the big homie said back at the county jail. Homie, get your grind on. Homie, watch your ass. Homie, watch your stash, and if one run up, straight smash. Cause in the system, hard heads gon' test your nuts, either coming from the shoulders or putting something in your guts. There's two rules to the game: respect and stay with your own. And if a fool step out of line, you got all rights to break his bones.
All right, look, so this is a true story, right? I'm gonna tell y'all a story when I almost lost my life. All right, I was out of town, right? So look, get the popcorn ready. I'm gonna spice it up for y'all real quick. So me and the homies, we went to Cincinnati, Ohio, right? We out there getting money. While we out there getting money, one day I'm running the errand, and I'm with my road dog, and while we slide through the block, I'm tuning through the radio, right? I want to hear what their radio station sound like out here, because out in LA we got Power 106 and 92.3 The Beat, right? And so out here I want to see what their radio station like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going through their radio station, and mind you, I'm mixtape king at the time. I'm buying everybody every time I hit the swap meet, the mall. I'm buying up everybody mixtapes. I like mixtapes, right? So anyway, so right now I'm listening to the radio. I want to see what their radio sound like, and cause we had beat. So to y'all that don't know what beat is, loud speakers, 15s in the trunk, you know, nice sound system. So as I'm listening to the radio, one of the guys on the radio was like, "Listen, Gucci Man's out. Woo, 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 woo. He throwing a show. He throwing a show up at the Club Ritz. At Club Ritz, he throwing a show tonight. Woo, it's gonna be popping. Blah blah blah." So I look at the homie. I'm like, "Nigga, we falling in there tonight." He like, "Hell no, I ain't going." I'm like, "Nigga, I ain't finna go by myself." He was like, "Nigga, I ain't going." I'm like, "Why?" I'm like, "Dude, you killing my vibe." I'm like, "Why?" He was like, "Man, nigga, I ain't paying $300 to get in the club." And I'm like, I look at the homie, man, the homie got bands. Like, this nigga, man, he got some stacks. And I'm like, "Bro, you serious?" He's like, "Man, I ain't paying that." I'm like, "Dude, the homie being tight." I'm like, "Bro, I'll pay for you, man. Just go with me." He was like, "All right, I'll go. You gonna pay?" I said, "You dirty nigga, man." But anyway, that's my boy. So I kept my word. So I was like, all right, so we ended up getting dressed, right? I put on my princess cut diamond earrings. I put on, at the time I was Coogee down. I had bought he told me, "Get that Coogee shit." So I bought some Coogee, right? Some Coogee pants, Coogee shirt. I had like some J's on. So anyway, we get G'd up, right? We done bought some hats that we made with Inglewood family across the top with the 9 deuce. I had the all red one. He had the black one with the red Inglewood family. I had the all red one with the black Inglewood family. So we end up hitting the club, right? And when we hit the club, they had the red carpet out there. The club by the name, I don't remember if I told y'all, but the club was called Club Ritz. So when we hit the club out there, boom, when we pull up, it's a red carpet out, and they got dunks everywhere, right? On the red carpet with the red rope around the cars, right? And it's popping. They got the lights out there. It's cracking, man. It's popping in Ohio, Cincinnati. It's popping. So we fall in the club, right? We go through some metal detectors. I got like about 3 bands on me, right? $3,000. And I got an ounce of weed. I think an ounce or a half ounce. I don't remember, but I know I had a gang of weed on me. And some blunts. So I sneak it in the club. We go straight to the bathroom. Boop. I roll up me some weed real quick. I'm like, fuck it, let me roll this up real quick. I got to smoke me some weed. At the time, I was a weed head. So I roll up some blunts. He come in there with me, bro. Excuse me. I roll up 2 blunts. Bam. After that, we V-line straight to the bar. I'm like, "Hey, man, what drink do I get to get the hoes on me?" He's like, "Get a bottle of Moet." I said, "All right, fuck it." So I went right to the bar with him. I was like, "Hey," I asked the lady. She was like, I said to her, I said, "Man, how much is your bottle of Moet?" She said, $125 at the time. That's what it cost. But I gave her the 100, like, bam, 125, like nothing. I said, let me get that bottle of Moet, and let me get and Incredible Hulk too, right? So I got a bottle of Moet, Incredible Hulk in one hand, a bottle of Moet, and I got a blunt between my fingers, right? And I get him some drink too, right? So bam, so we in there clowning, right? I got the bottle, I got the drink, I got drink in my right hand, I got a cup in my left. Incredible Hulk was Hennessy and mixed with Hypnotic, so it turned green. So I'm up in there sipping that, right, hitting that, and they knocking in there, right, it's cracking. So the homie had told me, he said, listen, he's like, listen, before we get in this club, he had told me this too before we got in the club. Hey man, they throw bowls in this club. Don't trip. That's just how they get down out of town. At the time, I'm a hothead, right? I'm with all the gunplay. I'm with all the squabbles. I'm young. I'm turned up. I don't care, but I'm trying to act normal. Like I'm trying to get money with the homies. They sent me out of town. They like, they get some money, be cool. I'm like, just the homie, like, just make sure don't nothing happen to my brother. Watch over him, nigga. But my boy, he one of them boys though from the set. He don't even need me to watch over him. He one of them boys. He know who he is. The homies know who he is. He one of them boys over there, but he quiet. A lot of people don't know that don't know. But the ones that know. And anyway, so he tell me like, man, they throw bowls out here. Don't trip. So I'm like, yeah. So as soon as I got the bottle and everything, we up in there, it's knocking. They got this underground rapper on the stage. He up there rapping and shit. Boom. We ain't been in this club, I don't think, no longer than, I don't know, the time was flying, maybe an hour, right? Maybe if that, right? So now, the club piling up, it's getting deep in there, right? So next thing you know, Gucci Man come out. He hit the stage.
Hands up in the air for Gucci! Come on with me, nigga! Come on with me, nigga! Cincinnati, what's happening? That boy Gucci the building. Hey, we need these. I tell you what. Me and Brad ain't called. Give a five for the pussy, then I took her to the mall. That's all. Turn it on, 24, that's all. Where trap boys at? 18 for a whole 9, 5 for a half. Selling $50 slabs. That's all. One time for the trap boys. Cincinnati, let's do this shit. In the pop store, girl store shopping. The girl so fine, down to the chic shopping. Boosters on the old school, smoking on the Joe food, know that it's a hit. I want to eat the cold juice. Gucci man ain't neither got it like that. Never seen a chick with a body like that. Shout out acting feisty, too damn shiesty. Give a Gucci man, baby.
The crowd go crazy, and they try to they all start going forward, right? And when they went forward, remember, I got a bottle in my right hand, a Hennessy, Hypnotic, Hennessy, and Alizé. My bad. Hennessy, man, look, I had Incredible Hulk. That's what I had. I know what that was. I had that in my left, and I had a little, like the blunt I was smoking between my fingers. And soon as he come out, man, motherfuckers push by me like boom, and I spill my drink a little bit. And I put my bottle down, and I push this dude like, nigga, and I turn my hat backwards, right? And when I turn my hat backwards, I kind of glanced to the homie, and he straightened up like this, right? Cause dude turned around, he looked at me, right? He was like, what? I'm like, nigga, what's happening? Like, nigga, you pushing, nigga, what's happening? And he turned a little bit and tapped his homie that was dancing with a broad. And he like, nigga, like this, right? And his boy pulled a blower out in the club. And I looked at my homie. And I'm like, oh. Now my homie, he facing them like me, but remember, it's cracking, it's loud, lights like this, on and off. I don't think people even see these fools pull out, right? But me and the homie see them when they right in front of us. And I look towards my homie like, oh, bro. And he gave me that look like, like that, right? And so when what's going through my mind is I'm finna push him, my homeboy, towards the exit so he could break towards the exit and get on. I was going to like dart through the club real quick and try to make it out that exit too. And soon as this boy pulled that blower out and I looked at the homie, I'm like, man, I turned my hat back from backwards back forwards, like, hey man, you got that, like you got that. But he couldn't hear me, but he seen my gesture. I'm like, yeah, you got that, homie, you got that. And he like, nigga, him and his homie like, nigga, like his both of them had blowers, man, both of them pulled them out. And I'm like, damn, I'm thinking to myself, like, how these niggas get guns in the club? And we just went through metal detectors. So they like nigga, like yeah nigga, and they put their guns back in these young dudes too. These dudes are probably a little younger than me at the time, and they put their blowers back in they sides, and then they kind of like disappeared in the crowd. And I'm like, I'm sitting there like this, like, man, I'm embarrassed like a motherfucker, right? Because it's some females behind us, and like some people behind us, in between us, and not between us, but behind us. We in between them and the stage and other people. It's the club is cracking, bro. So so what happened was, the homie, he kind of like dance over a little bit to me, like lean over. He like, let's go. I'm like, I heard him. I'm like, I'm mad, right? Because look, I just paid $300 for him to get in the club, $300 for me to get in the club. I just bought a bottle of Moet. I bought me a cup of Incredible Hulk. Bought him a cup. I got G'd up. I'm trying to listen to the music. It's cracking in here. And I'm like, hell no, I ain't leaving this club. I just paid all this money. Hell no, I ain't leaving this club. I'm mad at the motherfucker, right? I'm like this. I'm thinking, right? And now I'm like, my whole night messed up right now, because I'm like, damn, like, I still want to be here. And then so the homie leaned back into me again while the music playing. He like, hey, let's go, blood. I'm like, the only way we leaving is if we come back with the blowers. That's what I told him, right? He like, nigga, yeah, we gonna get the blowers for sure. We gonna come back with the blowers for sure. We coming back with the blowers. Yeah, we got this. Yeah, we gonna get on them. I was like, all right, well, look, just give me a second, right? I don't want to just leave out of here. Give me like 2 seconds real quick. And then we just gonna bounce. I'm like, we gonna come tear this motherfucker up, right? He like, yeah, we gonna tear this motherfucker up. Sure. So like a minute and 30 seconds pass, nigga, we leave, boop. We just bounce out of there, boop. So we get in the car, and I tell him, I said, so what you gonna get? You gonna get the K, and I'm gonna get the 40 with the stendo? He's like, nigga, hell nah, nigga, we ain't going back to that club. I was like, what you mean we ain't going back to that club? He said, blood, you don't see, nigga, we going to jail, nigga. We gonna go to jail, nigga. We go back and shoot that motherfucker up, and we not even supposed to be out here for that. We was out here getting money. What you do? He said, blood, I told you they be pushing in the club. He was like, nigga, I told you they be pushing in the club, nigga. You was like, all right, blood, I ain't gonna trip. He said, I knew it, nigga. As soon as you got in the club, you talking about, nigga, you wasn't gonna trip. Soon as a nigga push you, nigga, you done. I said, oh, this nigga finna get us smoked. I was like, yeah, you right, blood. He was like, nigga, we not even out here for this. Nigga, you know what's gonna happen to us when we get back to the hood? The homies find out we shot some fucking club, but we fucked their money up. I was like, man, all right, man. So I had to let that shit go, man. But I almost lost my life up in that club, man. You know, not controlling myself, man. And the nigga pushed me, and well, they didn't really push me, but they was just trying to get to the stage, and they shoved me. But I was a hothead, and the homie had warned me, man. And listen, he told me too. He was like, nigga, everybody know each other out of town in these clubs, bro. They finna kill us in that motherfucker if we would have stayed. He was like, nigga, you want to stay. He talking about, let's stay. Nigga, he said, nigga, them niggas finna get drunk and kill us in that motherfucking club. And then you talking about coming back shooting up. Nigga, we going to jail out here, nigga. But anyway, man, that's one of them stories. I almost lost my life in Ohio. It's cracking. Shout out to Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, man. Y'all have a good night.